Hello and welcome to Reviews with Ryan. Today I'm going to be talking about the brand new comedy, drama, romance film, Licorice Pizza. This is directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. He's directed films like Punch Drunk Love and There Will Be Blood. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. If you like movie reviews and Blu-ray hauls, you're in the right spot. Hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, and comment. Do you want to see this film? Are you really interested in seeing this? Could it be up for some Oscars going into the Oscar season? Find out my thoughts on this film next. Licorice Pizza is the story of Alana Kane and Gary Valentine growing up, running around, and going through the treacherous navigation of first love in the San Fernando Valley in 1973. The film stars Alana Haim, Cooper Hoffman, Sean Penn, and Bradley Cooper. So Licorice Pizza, with this movie being in the 70s, I think they do a really good job nailing the 70s vibe in this film. They have the 70s background music and it fits perfectly with the times here. They have really good set pieces and costumes and hair and makeup, and it all looks really good for the 70s vibe that it has. It's very interesting with some of the topics that come up in this, like having a pinball machine and having water beds. Very interesting of how far we've came since that time. And those are kind of some of the subject pieces that are in this film. And really you have this character played by Cooper Hoffman. He's a very confident 15-year-old, and he meets this 25-year-old played by Alana Haim. And she in the film is a photographer's assistant, and he meets her at school, and he's very confident and thinks she's really pretty, and he wants to get to know her and take her on a date. And he's a very confident 15-year-old, and he's a very much kind of like entrepreneur wanting to start up businesses. And he's just a very confident 15-year-old, very much mature for his age and very beyond his years, and trying to hit on this very much older girl that really wants no part of being with him. As far as the acting goes in this, Cooper Hoffman, this is his first film, and I think he does a pretty good job for someone, this being his first film. And then Alana Haim, I'm not familiar with her work, but she does a pretty good job as well, especially with them being such kind of a awkward friendship slash couple, if you will. And then Sean Penn, he has a small role in this, and Bradley Cooper, he has a smaller role in this, but when he does have this role, he really nails his part. He really has this crazed image, and he is like threatening them and such, and he just has a really crazy image. And then also the film has some political aspects that were dealt with back in the 70s, like the gas shortage. And I thought that was very interesting that they threw that in this film as well. And then as far as the look of this film, it's very rough. It doesn't have a smooth surface. I don't want to say it's blurry, but it doesn't have a very smooth texture, kind of how it's shot. So it looks very rough when you're watching this film. And then as far as my negatives go for this film, there are some interesting cuts in this movie. There is certain scenes where it gets a little awkward between the two, and I think it's done purposely. But kind of picture this. You call up a friend and you're having a conversation, and you're like, hey buddy, what's up? And then you pause for about 10 seconds and you don't say anything. Those are the kind of scenes that are in this. It makes it a little bit awkward. Like I said, this could be intentional that the director wanted to do this, but I thought it was kind of weird how it was edited and how they did that throughout the film. And then the story itself, to me, it's a little bit messy at times. It's a little bit all over the place. The characters and what they do and their decision making, it's really all over the place. And the kind of love story with these two, I don't want to say I necessarily didn't buy into it, but obviously it's something that would be illegal. And on top of that, it's just something where they are just a very awkward couple. And it's just kind of weird how throughout the film there doesn't seem like there is that real big edge or romance between the two of them. It seems like there could be something, but at the same time, they're kind of scared to kind of pursue it, at least from the woman's perspective. And I don't know, I just didn't really necessarily really love both characters, but I thought that they played those characters well enough and acted well enough. I just didn't really love the characters. But as far as any other negatives is, or what I had, I don't really have any other type of negatives. I think there's some good things to like about this film. It's not something where I think should necessarily get a bunch of awards for, or something that I really love. To me, it was just okay, and I'm gonna give a score of this film a 3 out of 5. Didn't really wow me. I've never seen any of this director's films, so I didn't really know what I was getting into. But to me, it's just an okay film. I didn't really love it. I've seen a lot of people really rave about this film, and maybe I just didn't get it. And I have to say, at the end of this film, I still don't know why this movie is called Licorice Pizza. Doesn't make any sense to me, the title. So hopefully maybe that is explained at some point, but I have no clue why the title of this film is called Licorice Pizza. Thank you guys for watching this review, and I'll see you guys on my next one.